Hey y'all, what's going on? We're going to do the reality recap. As I said earlier today, your cousins might be a little late, so here we are. Hey Pumpkin! Mike Davis, you want to go all live with us? Hold on, Pooh. Hold on, Pooh. I'm just waiting for Kendron Z. Jones to get on in here. Girl, she got a snatch today, honey. Hold on, let me see. Let me see what kind of filterization we're going to give ourselves today. Okay, all right. That's cute. A little glow, a little dew. Where are you, friend? I'm going to put on a little lash for y'all today, honey. She is giving it to you. Martavis, can you still see me? Okay, good. Where is the Kendron? She ain't popped up yet. Oh, hey, girl.
Hey girl. Hey Martavis.
What's up? I was like, I had a live request, and I was like, oh, you want to go live? Hold on, boo. Hold on. Let's get us started first. You can pop in here with us.
Yes, please. Which one do you want to jump in on, Martavis, so we can add you to the live?
Hey,
Monique. We're talking crap. We're doing a reality recap.
Girl, let me tell you, Mother dear was laid out on the floor, and I thought I was not gonna make it. Okay, but the Lord was with me.
Oh boy,
we came together nicely. Don't look wonderful. I'm on a little lash for y'all today.
Beautiful, wonderful. That's my grandma.
So what are we drinking, dear?
This is 19 Crimes with the one with Snoop Dogg on the label.
That is actually one of my favorites. I do enjoy that. Because I was laid out on the floor feeling nauseous, this is my drink of choice this evening. A little ginger lime Nixie. It's basically flavored bubbly water because my stomach was not happy. So let's go ahead and get into this thing. Which
one do you want to get in on? Which conversation?
The house. We're doing. I didn't see the put a ring on it. So if you watch it, catch me up.
I did. It was nothing to catch up about. What happened? Oh, they went and checked on Alexia. She was all right. That was kind of it. Hey, Sha. Yes. Okay. We're adding Martin.
So we'll start with the love and marriage for the end, and then you can pop up on here with us, okay?
No, let's do it now. So we'll make sure he doesn't.
You want to do it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, boo.
Oh, snap. We're doing reality TV recaps for all of those who are watching.
I'm Deja.
I'm Kendron.
Like, that's Kendron.
Like, whoops.
Oh, no! Martavis said he don't want to be live.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll talk through it then, and you can give us chime in. Hey, Ray.
Hey. Okay. No worries, Martavis. We know you new to Instagram. No sweat. Okay, so let's run through this because since he's not hopping up now, why don't we just go ahead and knock out put a ring on it.
Okay. Well, it was nothing to knock out. I told you all that happened.
Oh, but child, okay. I missed it. That was quick. I missed it.
I mean, the mess is gone. The mess is over. So, you know. Well, not completely, because the other one's kind of messy too. I don't think that the football player guy and his girlfriend.
T.I. Jason, that's his name.
Yeah, T.I. Jason. I don't think T.I. Jason and the other dude is. I mean, the other dude, the lady is gonna make it. The other two probably gonna make it, but I don't know if they should. So that's that on that. Hey, Sonia, we're doing reality recap. Sorry, so we're being messy. We're up here being messy. Okay.
But that's all right.
So where you want to go next? Love and Marriage, Huntsville, or Real Housewives of Potomac?
So I gave y'all a little we're gonna do Potomac because I gave y'all a little teaser on the story today.
Hey, JR.
Girl, that Wendy, starting from the end, Wendy came.
We can start from the end and end at the end if we being honest, because it really wasn't much else going on. We could just stay right there.
Listen, I'm fine with that. This might be
because I have thoughts, but go ahead.
I am majority of the time, like I said in the story today, I'm very irritated with Miss Wendy girl because she talked too much and be talking about nothing and telling everybody about her degrees and or now Happy and Ness, right? Mm-hmm. And so now, like to yesterday's conversation when she got Gizelle all the way together, I was like, praise the Lord, praise it.
Now I'm not a Gizelle. I am a Gizelle fan. I like Gizelle. I think
I'm a Gizelle fan too, but the fact that Wendy said that this is payback for all that you have been doing, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Yes.
Here's what I like. Here's what I didn't like about that read. She deserved it. Let's be clear. Gizelle, I am not advocating that Gizelle did not earn that read. She earned it. She earned it. My problem is it felt like Wendy was giving, that's why you don't have a man. And I don't like that. I don't ever like that energy because yeah, it was. And it was like, that's why you're so like, you're unhappy. And then even in the interview afterwards, Wendy was like, that's why she's miserable. That's why she doesn't have a man or something. She said something to that effect. And the read was giving me very much like, that's why you don't have a man. And I'm like, is that the bar? Is that the bar? I don't like that. I don't like that. There are so many things to read Gizelle about. There is so many things to read Gizelle about. We can start with her fashions. We read her about that all the time. She gets read about her fashions all the time. But this whole like energy of like, because Gizelle looks, I mean, to me anyway, she looks fairly happy to be you could read her about that ugly house. like she seems to me to be fairly happy to not be in a relationship right now. She seems like she's happy with her twins and her almost grown daughter, and no one seems unhappy in her life. To me, she gathered her in a way that focused on her not being in a relationship. And I didn't like that. I don't ever like those kind of reads. I don't like them, period.
So maybe because, I was a little delirious and wasn't feeling too great yesterday. Maybe I missed the part about her, Miss Wendy going in on Gizelle regarding not having a man. But
because she started talking about Jamal.
She did. Oh, yeah, you're right.
And she started talking about how he was
like, what's happening now? Who she's talking about?
Right. How he was running through the whole congregation. But I'm like, him as a man, he was the one running through the congregation. And she was basically like, she didn't blame her. She was just like, you lack integrity because you let that happen and you let your children see that. And I'm like, actually, she didn't. She divorced that man. She did go back to him as her children were grown and they were in a different space in life, but there was a 10-year gap and people do change. So I was just like, why are you reading her over a situation that she got out of?
Touche. I'll give you that. That is the gutter butt, but I just appreciate somebody finally getting next to Miss Gizelle.
Oh, no,
But
no, no.
majority of the time, when
Let's be
people
clear.
read her, she don't say nothing anyway. So it's just kind
She
of
doesn't.
like.
And that's one of the things I love about her. She does not run away and cry. She doesn't go act hysterical. She doesn't go do a whole bunch of other stuff. She just sits there like, even Robin was like, what is she talking about? And she was like, Jamal. And I respect that. I respect that because I don't know if I would be able to sit there that cold face the way Wendy was like coming for her.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm much as Gizelle makes me laugh and it's a good time. I am not mad at what had happened.
Yes,
Even
Ray
if,
she sits in her reads. She sits in it.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, even if like it's a thing of like you need to read her for who she is.
Yes.
And so like that's the piece about the Jamal shit. I wasn't paying attention to that. I was more so paying attention to the fact that like you're getting all of this back to you because of the person that you've been. Like I forgot all about the other shit that she said because like Gizelle be attacking everybody's relationship and everybody's situation, but you don't have.
But what is she getting back though? But what is she getting back if she's over here living a happy life? That's my point. It's like the only thing she doesn't have
the story that they're creating is that she's not happy because she always has something to say about everybody else's situation and relationship.
Okay, I suppose. I just felt like the read felt very where she started really going in felt very. That's why you don't have a man, and I don't like that. I don't like that energy. Can't stand it. Read somebody over the things they deserve to be read about.
I mean, Candiace and what's her name for the baby?
Ashley.
Ashley. That was funny to me.
No, see, I didn't think Ashley deserved that read either because I think Ashley was trying to be nice.
No, I don't think that Ashley deserved that read either. That was the one time that Ashley was
the one time. She is vile.
The one time that she was trying to be, gracious and come to someone as Candiace and Gizelle came to her in the previous year about what was going on in the social media blogs about her husband. So like that I appreciated.
For her a solid.
Yeah, but what I hated though was that Wendy just like went off on her. And then the irony for me is that Ashley was just so unfazed. She was like, I'm sorry that you're taking it there. Like, that's not what I mean. Like that was almost condescending.
That's why, see, and to me, that's why Wendy actually came out. Granted, she read Gizelle. I don't agree with what she read Gizelle about, but she did read her. But I feel like Wendy still came out looking like the person who was trying too hard and does too much. Because the girls were just kind of like,
right.
Okay. Yes. And Maurice said that Gizelle minds everyone's business but her own, and she's the mess that the show needs. She absolutely is. She keeps the pot stirred up, and that's what we're here for. But I don't like the lines being crossed into talking about people's families. Like I think that's too far. Like just talk about each other.
Yeah,
just talk about each other.
Leave the kids and stuff out of it, whatever. But like, it was just funny to me. It was almost seemed like Candiace was looking for a reason to attack Ashley, and not necessarily attack her, but to like get at her. I don't know if something transpired offline that we're just not aware of, but it was like, what's going on?
No, they haven't gotten over. Candiace hasn't gotten over.
The thing with the lawsuit.
Yeah, the lawsuit with Monique. She hasn't gotten over that. she hasn't.
Yes,
so
is the name. Candrin gave that to me. So
I didn't say it. It wasn't me, really. It was, who said that on? I think it was Dustin. Was it Dustin? It was somebody on the friend zone, I think. Either the friend zone.
Oh, it was probably Dustin then.
I think it was Dustin. that started calling that woman Candiace. It was either Dustin or maybe I heard it on Getting Grown. It was one of those two podcasts of like somebody calling her Candiace, and I was like, that is exactly how her name is spelled. What is that extra I for? What is it for? Somebody's gonna have to tell me what it's for. But
but the gag is she sure enough had that folded napkin in the kitchen when she was talking to what's her face?
Oh my god.
Talking to Ashley. It was in her hand, it was ready.
Yeah. Maurice said, I'm glad we are seeing a lot of Candiace and her folded tissues this season. She was wearing me out with them tissues all last season. I was like, girl, please rest. Because you are not innocent. You are not innocent.
Okay? Not at all. Folded napkins in the... Like, child, save it.
I find her, like, she is just insufferable. And Ashley is vile, and I will never forget Ashley is vile. I know the girls get blindsided by the babies, but I have not forgotten.
But like you said, her having children softened her quite a bit.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, I wouldn't say that she's the shell of who she was, but it's just how she comes in and speaks to people now is totally different.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Maurice in the corners of her
eyes.
Weary, okay? They were weary.
Child.
So, I think
okay.
that was all I had.
What else you want to talk about? What else is going on?
Child, nothing.
Oh, so Mia, I don't know. I'm on the fence about Mia. And I say that because she, as much as a scholar, is like trying to insert herself in these conversations. And I feel like Candiace said that in one of her like confessionals or whatever. That like, what is going on? Like, why you always got something to say? Because remember at the table when they were having discussion, Wendy and Gizelle, Mia was basically like, you know, well, in defense of Gizelle. And then Wendy was like, you're always in defense of something. Like, girl, shut up. Maybe it wasn't Candiace. It might have been Wendy that said something about her always jumping in the mix.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Maurice said she did when she talked about Mia's big feet.
I'm like, I'm a tall girl and I probably wear the same size as Mia. But like, TV just don't do big-footed women well, okay?
And you know, Mia was getting on my nerves because she was up here talking about Wendy's titties being out all the time. And I was just like, but ma'am.
She was what did she say? I was in a 5-star restaurant where they served steak and lobster.
You said, ma'am, that you were a stripper. So, is it or is it ain't? Like, which one is it? So
that part. Okay, so what else you got for RHOP before we move on?
Nothing, because it wasn't nothing going on until that read happened. Literally, I was like watching it, half watching it. And then when the read came up, when Wendy started reading her, I was like, oh dear, let me grab my phone, got to tweet. Like, the rest of it, I didn't even tweet the rest of it. I was just like, this is boring, who cares?
Pretty much. Like, okay, these filler episodes, but I guess that this season, that is the beef that's going to be in existence, which is between Gizelle and Wendy Osefo. So we'll see.
I just feel like Wendy, like, I felt like Giselle's, like, not her criticism, her concern, if it was true concern, was warranted. She just approached it the wrong way. And now Wendy is like, phew, and she is not going to slow down for the rest of the season. So, it's but like,
to Wendy's point, I do agree with her. Like, if you felt so concerned about this, then you could have come to me. Because you brought this to everybody else.
Hey, JoJo. Definitely.
So yeah, like, basically talking about me and my business or what's in the streets about me, and you're not talking to me about it, you're gonna send what you call Ashley her Muppet, her puppet, something like that.
I don't know. And then talk about it wasn't well, I don't believe that it's true. Then what you was talking about it for? Even Karen in her confessional was like, we all read the blog. Like, girl, we just wasn't talking about it. Like, we wasn't gonna give it that much.
Like, who? Yeah, because Karen was like, well, who brought it to the show? Gizelle. Like, girl, you got to.
Because it was supposed to be missed, but whatever. She took it too far. I agree. Wendy should have read her. I just wish she hadn't read her on some like, well, that's why you don't have a man. Because.
Any facts is facts. Ashley is out of place. Yeah.
She is terribly so.
Very much so. She's not doing well, but that's okay. Hopefully she'll be back into the mix of things eventually. I feel like she needs Monique back on the show as her other mommy crew.
Man, listen.
Wendy trying to keep her check. Look, child.
Trying to keep her check.
She been trying to keep that check.
while she tries to quote figures, figure out what she doing with her life. And listen, I'm gonna figure out what you doing with your life type of girl, but like, ooh, yikes.
Not the
yikes.
wolf. Yikes.
She is doing the absolute most trying to keep this check.
A lot, all the time.
All
so
the time.
I got to come close because Grandma can't see what.
JoJo said because they were about to snap. They were because she was boring last season. She was awful.
And what?
She was terrible.
She was boring and annoying at the same time, obnoxiously telling everyone about her 4 degrees that didn't nobody care about. Because girl, Miss Girl, it doesn't matter.
Literally no one
Half
cares.
these women on this show is old enough to be your mama anyway.
No one cares.
Quiet as it's kept.
No one cares. You're in the housewife universe now. Don't nobody care about your degrees. We care about entertainment, ma'am. Come and entertain us. Did she for real?
Ooh, the shade.
I did not know that.
Tell us.
I didn't know that. Like, tell me more. you want to join the?
We did stop. Like,
I'm like, you want to join the lot? No, he does not want to join. He's a respectable attorney.
we not gonna bother you today. Wendy sure is, and looking a fool. She's making sure Bravo keeps her. Okay. Yes. Okay. Agreed.
Yes.
So, Mr. J. Plumbar Law. Okay, we can't read clearly, but was she as much of a mess in law school as she is on TV?
I did not know she had a law. Why haven't you told me that? JoJo,
girl,
you tell me that. We be talking about all the
that's
stuff,
one
all
degree
the franchises.
she doesn't have.
Oh my God.
Are we getting breaking news? Honey, you need to be here every week.
We've been talking Erika Jayne in the messages. Why you didn't tell me about Wendy?
What?
Oh, no.
Okay, so let's slide on, since we're in the Housewives universe, let's talk about Beverly Hills.
Did you see breaking news? JoJo said, let me sign off. I love you. Thank you for doing this with us.
Yes, this is fun.
Oh my God. Did you see breaking news? They getting ready to depose Lisa Rinna?
No. Girl, I done missed all of Beverly Hills. So
baby,
I'm happy.
The lawyers were like, she was adamantly defending Erika Jayne, and we want to know what she know. Which is what Sutton, okay, now JoJo back. He didn't leave. I knew once we started talking, once we got to Beverly Hills, I knew we was going to keep him in the loop. Okay, so.
These
so
eyes, that's me. Yes, I'm with you.
Yes, Renee, the eyes. Listen, so Sutton last week was like, listen, I ain't trying to be in no mess. And I was like, I agree with her because I don't know if the people realize this, but Teresa, when she ended up going to prison, it was because what she showed on Bravo did not add up to what she told the judge. So Sutton was like, listen, I am out of this. I want to support her. I'm going to support Erika privately and whatever. And Lisa Rinna was like, no, this is being a fair weather friend. She was like, no, I am basically like, I am down for Erika. If she said it didn't happen, child. So now the attorneys was like, well, girl, if you know so good what happened and what didn't happen, we need to talk to you.
That's what her ass get. Sometimes you need to keep your mouth shut.
Yes, she was exactly right. She was exactly right.
Because, like, what the hell? I feel like that's, Black people rules. Just because you know some shit don't mean you need to say some shit.
Stay out of it.
But I don't know nothing.
She was exactly right. So, we gonna see.
Girl, I've not watched the Beverly Hills cast in a minute, so I don't know what the hell going on. So we can recap them next week so I can play catch up this week.
Yeah. Oh, and also, I don't know if y'all watch or listen to the Bravo Docket. It's like a podcast about correct. It's a podcast about like all the Bravo lawsuits, but apparently like in Bravo's, friend to show agreement, it's like basically we can lie on you and you can't sue us. But I'm like, Rinna, the Bravo agreements ain't the same as criminal law. So like you gonna have to do something else. JoJo said it shows a disparity, a level of disparity between Sutton's coins and the rest, and that's exactly it. Because Sutton is like, girl, I know how this plays out. Girl, Sutton was the one that was talking about getting a forensic accountant, and I was like, oh, Sutton know for real where the money is. Sutton got the name for the forensic accountant, not the regular accountant, the forensic accountant. That's who go find your offshore accounts.
Oh, okay. Teach me something.
Okay. So.
Oh, well. I mean, I feel like from what tidbits that I've seen, I feel like Miss Erika Jayne kind of knew that this shit was coming. You had to know that.
The money went through her LLC. Some of the money went through her LLC, which she spent because she was taking her whole entire glam squad to Japan and wherever else they was trying to go. Mm-hmm. So
it kind of remind me like a higher version of Phaedra and the light-skinned man. What the hell is his name?
Apollo. Yes.
Like, come on now. You had to have known what was going on. You just lie. Like
she had to have known something. Because even looking at their situation and her whole like Erika Jayne persona and all of that stuff, I was like, that look expensive. And it don't look like she bringing in the type of money to be able to, you know.
That part, because all them venues that she played at was hella small, so there was no way you could make money to carry all them people and all the stuff that you were carrying in tow. There's no way.
She was having your
glam squad staying like equal class in terms of like you got the penthouse and all the glitz and glamour, and they got it too. Ciao, bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. That's something I do know. She's not a Liolia, but I do know a little bit. Yeah. Oh, we're such a mess. True. I agree.
They were. All right. So we'll give Deja a chance to catch up on Beverly Hills, but we got to talk about them girls because it's a lot.
Girl, I've been missing a lot, evidently.
So. I'm like, put a ring on it. It's just about over anyway. We can just move on to Beverly Hills, Joe.
I thought we were doing Married at First Sight.
Oh, we can do that too.
Okay, catch me up on the Married at First Sight. What's going on so I know what I'm seeing when I'm watching this week?
Let's start next week because we really haven't gotten into any good stuff yet. Like, It's the honeymoon time and all of those things.
Oh, thank y'all for the hearts. So sweet.
Thank you for the hearts. Yeah, it's like honeymoon and all of that stuff. It's really not exciting yet. One of the guys did get COVID.
Is gonna make it or is like some BS? Like, what are your early predictions since it's just started?
Gil and Mirla, let's start with them. Mirla is, I'm gonna say this about Mirla. She is a mess. However, I respect the fact that she knows she's a mess and she's just unflinching about it. So she's like she is like very, they call her high maintenance, but I have a problem with that terminology. I don't feel like people should be called high maintenance. It's like either you can afford to maintain them or you can't.
Hello.
So, and Gil cannot. So he's just making a bunch of passive aggressive comments and I don't like that. They aren't going to make it. The black couple, exactly. Ray says that she just wants Gil to say he can't keep up, and that's correct.
I mean,
let's see.
We're dropping folks left and right. Peace out. I'm good. You can't
correct. Me. Zach and Michaela, that's the black couple. I think they're gonna make it. I think her temper and like her temperament is gonna throw him off. But I still think they're gonna work it out. The Vietnamese couple, I think they're gonna make it too, but I'm not sure they're gonna make it to the reunion. I think they're gonna stay together. But he's like super affectionate and she's like complete ice queen, which of course that means I love her. So that's Bao and Johnny. The redhead, Brett, her name is Brett, and I never remember her husband's name because I'm just like, Brett is a man name so I always think of them as both Brett, but they're not. It's Brett and Ryan. Brett and Ryan. I think they're gonna make it. And then the last couple, Jose and Rachel, I think they're my wild card because he's like super machismo, Latin man, wants to be in control, wants to take care of her. And she's kind of like, well, I want to be taken care of, but like, I don't want to lose all of my independence. And he's very like full on.
That sounds like, that last couple sounds like a fire waiting to happen.
It is a fire waiting to happen. At first, I thought they were going to be very like, I don't know. I just thought they weren't going to get along, but they actually do. They get along really well, but I'm curious to see how it's going to go in the real world. That's what I'm saying.
Because I'm like, if you're someone who's super independent and wants to be able to do your own thing and not be necessarily super accountable to anybody or wait for someone to do things for you, that's a combustible environment.
Absolutely. Maria is correct. Jose talks too much. Rachel's going to have to cuss him out a couple of times and they'll probably be fine. And I think that's true. I think that is correct. So,
Lord
that's
bless
that on
it.
that. That's the 5 couples. So, anyways.
Okay,
Would you like to move on to Love and Marriage Huntsville? Martavis, are you still here?
That's the one he was waiting for. Come on, boo.
Love and Marriage Huntsville. What a mess.
I just learned about badges. Do y'all have... Oh, child, we're not there yet, but I appreciate you for thinking of that.
Girl, we'll figure it out, though.
We're going to be there one day. Listen, we are here every Monday, 6:30 and 6:45. Okay, that's when we start.
You know,
right,
you have to give it a little nudge for...
What's the first
Give it a little nudge for CP time. So, okay, well, what do you want to start? How do you want to start this?
Girl. That damn Miss Wanda.
Miss Wanda, like, wow.
Miss Wanda, girl, you got to shut the hell up.
Sometimes.
Like, no,
sometimes.
all the time. Ain't no sometimes, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Even when she is in the mix because her daughter can't speak up for herself, you still got to shut the hell up because that is not your relationship.
And why was she even opining about what Mel and Martell are doing?
Child, we can start over. All right, hold on. Okay, so Marsau is next.
Okay, we'll go Marsau next.
I hate him, by the way, but
I know we've established that we have a different.
She is a flip-flop.
She is.
Because like how was that last season you was talking about him and cussing him out and carrying on, and this season is you want them to be together, and then Martell over there co-sign. Like, did they have a conversation on the back end about her trying to help him get back with Melody? Because
I don't know, and I don't know why, and I don't get it. I just feel like. What are you doing? She just feels like she always got to be mixy.
Exactly. Exactly. I was like,
she's not.
Marsau makes me sick. I hope Tisha has a secret stash to leave him, but she won't. And I was just like, I don't think she's smart enough to do that. I mean, she got the book smarts, like you said last week, but like, in regards to the emotional intelligence, I don't think there's any of that there.
No, I don't think she does.
But yeah,
I don't think she does.
So
she should, but she doesn't.
So,
you know what really drives me crazy about Tisha, and I think I said this last week, so I'm going to keep it short, that she just does not have I'm not going to ask Marsau about that filter. I'm not going to go back and talk about that filter. She does not have that filter of like, let me hold on to that and wait for the opportune time to have that conversation, or wait till I have more proof to have that conversation. She does not have that filter.
Yes, book smart. She ain't got it. That's what Candiace said last week. And no, there's no emotional intelligence on her part.
She has no emotional intelligence. What? I said she has book smarts because I think she has a master's degree in finance, and I think she has a what do you call that? She has a master's degree in real estate, something or the other. But Martavis got like 8 degrees, so he could tell us. Does that really qualify you as book smart? I said it did. I was letting her cook.
Girl, I mean, she can cook away, but like, you know, that's all she got is the book smarts. I said that backwards a few minutes ago. Yes, we'll give her the book smarts award, but like that emotional intelligence meter is on. I wouldn't even say 0. She's about at like out of 0 to 10, she's at a like 5.
She is below the 0 mark.
Cause girl,
oh God, no.
So my thing is, I feel like that also was a conversation that was put on for the cameras when she went to approach Marsau, since we're talking about Tisha and Marsau at this point. That was very much put on for the cameras, because like it didn't seem like a legitimate like argument or anything. This is so hey, thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're here every Monday.
Yes.
Let me not act like that's on this here podcast tonight or live tonight. Yeah. But no, like it just seemed real awkward. Like you walk up to your husband, you get out of the car, and then you like, so let me tell you about this. It almost seemed like she was getting ready to laugh. You know what I'm saying?
It's on brand though.
I mean, and it is. Thank you. We will make sure that we post the makeup details in the description, because we're also going to put this on YouTube. So I always tend to have on something real bright. So I'll make sure I can send it over to Candiace so she can add to the details. I'm loving all this communication back and forth, but y'all, when I pause and I'm here, it's because I can't see.
Yes.
So, but yeah, like so between me and Candiace, we agreed that it looked like it was very put on. What y'all think?
Yeah, Martell said it did. The way they cut it and then they brought it back in, he said it looked like it was staged. Yeah, I agree, but I just felt like, listen, some people that could sell it and some people cannot. And Tisha cannot. No,
not at all. She just looked dazed and confused half the time to me.
But like, also, she is always the one running something back. Like, she runs everything back to Marsau. She runs everything back. She ran the thing back to Mel, and I'm just like, you just look foolish.
I feel like every week this is a drag Tisha show.
It's not. She's a beautiful woman.
She is beautiful. Just like it's air up there.
Like, let me tell you what dragging I really did enjoy. The way Maurice got that Tiffanie lady together, baby.
I was here.
And she want to cry. I was like, girl.
She was here with she was really crying.
She was crying, and I was like,
exactly. Because it's air up there, okay? She was trying to figure it out. Like, she is looking to the stars and the clouds to, pull something down.
I mean, I was just going to leave it. But why she cried like that? Because she felt stupid. Because she was embarrassed and felt stupid.
Child.
So.
But the thing is, it's like you came with all that vibrato, and now you backpedaling. You knew you was wrong from the jump. You should not be talking about other people's children, and let alone bringing something to the table with a group of people that you don't even really know like that. Like, I would never come into a group with some tea and spill it onto the table, and then sit back like, oh, feeling proud of myself, or then go talk to my husband about it later on the back end, like, yeah, do you think that they could have felt away and so on and so forth? Like, girl, you look crazy. Because now everybody at that table is looking at you with the side eye like, we can't trust this bitch.
You know my rule. You got to lap the party. You got to lap the party one time. Get to know everybody personally. Have a little cocktail, a little sit down. Lap the party. Then you can start talking.
Listen, the messy that I am, I will come to the party knowing I got the tea on the people and tell the person that I know at the table. Not the whole table. Shit, I'm going to still tell somebody, but I'm going to keep it.
I wouldn't even tell nobody. I would just be sitting there like, man, I know about you.
I mean, and would, but I want to make sure that I let my, the person that I really know like that I get down with. Girl, did you hear? Quiet.
I would be so delighted sitting there right by myself, sipping my cocktail, knowing all the tea at the table. All the tea at the table. That's just me.
A mess. But no, he gathered her quite nicely. And then I wasn't even mad at the fact that Kiowa came over there to sit down on the conversation. She was like, oh, you talking about my son. So this is the woman who had brought this amongst the community to talk about a 15-year-old child. Is he even 15? I don't even think he's 15. He might be like 14. Because they're going into
13 or 14. Because he's going into he's just finishing 8th grade. That's why they had the party to graduate them from 8th grade to 9th grade.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing about it is, like, you wasn't feeling like you needed to grovel or feel excuse me, feel some sort of way beforehand. It wasn't until it was brought to you that, like, nah, what you did was foul. You were talking about a child, and now I have to help my son kind of combat the embarrassment that he's going to face within our community, because it's not so many, but so many wealthy Black people in their area. So, like, come on now. It's bad enough that this child is male and Black, but then also you going to put this stigma on him too? That's why.
Yeah. Renee said that kids are off limit, and they are.
They are 100% off limits.
They're off limits. I do think Maurice kind of can lay it on a little thick with the great black coat, and I'm just like, sir.
I know he was doing a lot. It was like he was, running for office just a little bit. But I'm not mad at him for expressing himself in that way. But the thing that, hold on, pause. The thing that got on my nerves quite a lot was all of everybody giving their speeches to these children that didn't care two shits about what they were saying. Like, y'all are doing too much. They're going into high school. Like, okay, give them a little pep talk, whatever the case may be. But all it is, this is for TV.
Hey, Derek.
Make yourselves look a certain type of way. Like, get out of here.
I agree.
Oh, hey,
yes. What else happened? What else? Derek, tell us what else happened. Did you watch with him?
What else are we talking about? We're going to pull from y'all since everybody's here with us. So why not?
Why did she say she was taken? Child, she wasn't taken by surprise,
like,
please.
Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that?
I can't say that phrase now without thinking about her. Who said
that? Me neither. Me neither. Anything else? Did we miss anything on Love and Marriage Huntsville?
Oh, I will make comments about, every episode I talk about how fine Martell is, because he is just fine to me. He is trouble, but he is fine to me. But like that conversation they was having with Miss Wanda, where he was like, or she said something about him loving her, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm always loved that girl." I'm like, was that a thought process when you was out here slinging the dick to the next bitch? Excuse me, if y'all don't know that I curse, I'm trying to keep it clean, but it's not always easy.
So do I. So
on the previous, she said
I try to do my best.
See,
yeah, she was
Thank
not.
You. Martavis agrees.
She was not. She shouldn't have been taken by surprise, even if she was. No, Martavis, because you said something different to me in the text. Oh wait! Oh no, this is Derek. Derek said Martell is fine.
Oh, okay. Yes, Derek. He is fine, boo.
Yeah, I never said he wasn't fine. I think he's like 90s fine. But
he's naive. That's what I 90s fine. He is fine to me.
Yes, child. This is Derek. That's what I think.
I don't want to give him no extra. No, I don't want to give him sick. Because it sounds like he's not
I'm not saying it's just 90s fine. I mean, he's fine. Like, he's a good looking man. Like, he really, really is. But I'm just like, it's a very, like, specific, more chestnutty sort of best man-y sort of fine.
I mean, I hear you can. I understand. Yeah. But he is still like that. He's that bow-legged. Ooh, woo. Just do something.
Collect yourself, please.
We're gonna, I ain't had no alcohol. We real good today. You know how I normally am, okay? When we sipping, the lips is a little loose.
Man. All right. What else y'all got? Anything else?
Bad decisions that will ruin your life.
He's not worth it. That's the problem. He looks like he's going through some. He looks like he's going through some humbling of some sort that's happening on the side, because I think his girlfriend must have left him too.
No, he got no money.
He don't have no money. He don't have no girlfriend. He don't have no nothing. So,
child, okay.
Yes, Derek, come on and give us some numbers.
Yes, friend. Support the group. Yes. By the way, Black and Curious is me and Candiace. So I'm Deja. If y'all don't know, hey y'all. Hey. On Mondays we do a reality recap, and basically it's just trash talk about the things that we watched over the last week. Okay.
That's correct.
Carrying on.
And we have a whole entire YouTube where we do a lot more classy things over there.
Sometimes.
And we do like vlogs and stuff, so go check that too. That's in the description box. But yeah, we do these every week.
His pockets is dry. So like, hello, remember when he was at the parenting. Well, I want to say couples counseling, but it wasn't. It was for the parents to
co-parenting.
And like he started to like, you know, get verklempt up in that meeting, and it was just like, baby, it's clear you're not.
We didn't. Derek, you are so right. We did not talk about Melody.
He's definitely going broke. Melody's on my nerves.
We didn't talk about the conversation with her and Destiny that ended in watermelon.
That also seemed like it was fake.
That was definitely fake. Let's just be honest.
Because I was like, really, we gonna go from 100 on why I always want to call Destiny Modani, and her. I know that's the name of her show. From henceforth, Destiny's name on this here show is Modani, because that's what I see in my mind when I'm thinking about her. So Modani, I was just like, how you go from being like 80, 100 hot and then nothing? Like we just gonna break bread over cocktails, and it's gonna be all right.
I'm sorry, Derek. That watermelon didn't look that good.
It didn't,
because
it looked like it was gentrified watermelon. Quiet as it's kept.
Okay, because listen, country over here, okay, and I'm used to the good watermelon is gonna be bright red on the inside, and that watermelon was a little bit light skinned for my taste, for it to have been as good as they said it was. Okay.
Okay, SAT words. I'm trying to tell you, that was some gentrified watermelon.
Well, Derek said maybe it made them best friends. I guess, y'all. Yeah, I think they just wanted to be best friends or something, because that watermelon was not. It wasn't giving all. I'm like, all that the people said it was gay.
Like I am so and made a cocktail out of it. What?
Tough.
Listen,
man,
I still don't understand what all that drama was that Melody was giving Miss Modani about her divorce situation. Because it's like, girl, so like,
I'm gonna be honest. Listen, I've been in that situation, not in that exact situation where you're like, where a best friend didn't tell me something. Right. So it was mojito watermelon, the one you gotta crush up and you're gonna add sugar to it anyway. It was for that. It was for cocktails.
Girl,
not
taking me down. Sugar free
not
watermelon. I like that.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I'm sweating.
It's all right.
But what was I getting ready to say? I don't even remember, Cheryl.
I don't know. She took me down. That was good.
Yeah. I don't remember, but
I don't know. Oh, you said you were saying that you had been in that situation in regard.
Oh yeah, I've been in a situation where somebody did, like, a best friend didn't tell me something, and I felt hurt by it. I was a little bit hurt by it. Like, well, damn, you didn't tell me. Like, you didn't tell me, and I just had to get over it. Of just like, all right, well, she wasn't ready to talk about it yet.
I mean, okay, so story time on the live. I'll make it small. Okay. I have absolutely been in that position, but I was only upset because it was dealing with someone that I was also dealing with.
Right.
And so my thing was, well, what other kind of shit you gonna keep from me? If you can't say, you know, something this small transpired between you and this person that I'm now dating, right. You know, what other kind of secrets you got? Like, you could have been that type spicy to be, you know, creeping in my house when I'm not home. Scandal. Hello? That's what I'm saying. And then she's going to jail, and I have to call on Candiace and all her lawyer friends to get me out for temporary insanity. Like, no. No.
Well, doubt. somebody in the chat is barred in your state, child.
Like, Martell!
Like, we'll have a committee. We'll have to pull the committee together to keep you out of jail.
Woo! Listen, eyes going. Let me tell you something. You messing with my man, I don't know. I don't, especially if I know you. Like, that's different. Like, if I have a relationship with you and you fucking with my nigga, then bitch, it's going down. Like, I'm fucking him up, but bitch, I'm fucking you up too. Hands and feet. Okay?
That's why I said we're gonna have to do it by committee. We're gonna have to represent Deja by committee.
So like, you know, I'm like the very calm, angry person till some shit that is like completely out of this stratosphere happens, and that is very rare that I come out like that. But baby, hands and feet, and even weapons.
Oh, Jerry said, "Tay gonna tear your shit up and then represent you."
Yes, friend.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. So,
Lord,
all right. Anything else?
What else we got? What
Everything?
y'all want to hear? What's on the docket?
Do we get everything? Anybody got anything else they want to talk about? Y'all know I watch all the mess.
Yeah, please.
Anybody? All right. Well, I think we're gonna log off then. Thank y'all
you gotta give
for
them a second
joining.
because this is delayed, so if people are posting stuff, yeah, you gotta give them a moment. I'm just saying.
Thanks.
Listen,
It's from Zara.
super cute. But wait. Oh yeah, Modani is Destiny. I just don't know.
Yeah, it was
her
Destiny.
name.
That whole relationship. I mean, that whole conversation was foolish.
It was
between she and Melody. But I did appreciate that she stood her ground and was like, "Listen, I'm not getting ready to do this with you, Melody. Like, what is it?" So
why are you saying no? What? What is going on?
Yes, you can. You want to go on now, or you
listen? If you want to go live, I will add you. Hold on, Pumpkin. Oh, he done already sent me the thing.
Yes.
I can't remember the new girl's name.
Yes. Hi, Derek.
Hi, Kendra. Hi, Kendra's friend. I'm Martavis's friend. He has a question, but he can't think of it.
No, I can think of the question.
Oh, wait, here he comes.
He yelling in the background for?
Right.
But
in the background.
She was like the one that was at the lunch or the brunch or whatever at the birthday thing, and she was like, "Oh, I think that was you, but it wasn't you." Like,
that's Tiffanie.
Tiffany. Do you think that was actually Destiny, or was her husband or now ex-husband with somebody else?
Oh, it was
no, he was definitely with somebody else.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh wow.
And I think she was just messy that whole entire fucking morning.
Okay.
It was somebody else.
She would have got escorted out of my brunch because you don't do stuff like that. I don't even know you, ma'am, and you coming in here asking all these questions, and you talking about people's children. Like, that's ridiculous.
That's hello. She should never be invited to none of the functions because homegirl
right.
You a guest.
You
a guest of a guest.
And you being messy.
And you over here being messy.
Well, I will say, y'all, Martavis has been promoting y'all show, and I got into Love and Marriage Huntsville because he started watching it, and then he said, y'all do this, and I love for stuff like this. Yes, escort it out. You got to go.
Yes,
you're out of here.
Yes, you're out of here.
She don't even need a menu. Get her ass out of here.
Okay, and to that point, Maurice most certainly did because homegirl was crying. I think that she won't do that shit again.
Right. That's my question. Was like, why she? And then on the preview for next week's episode, is like, I felt like I was. It was a sneak attack, or it was. I was ambushed. Sweetie, how do you think you felt how that person felt on her birthday when you came in and asked her about another bitch at my birthday? And I'm already going into it with my friend about this divorce that I didn't share her with. So she brought your messy ass. And then you talk about my homegirl stepchild. You taken by surprise? Right. Oh, you're messy.
And how was it an ambush? You came and showed up with these people. You should have been ready to talk about it.
You came and you said what you said, and now the parents, and I'm so glad his mom came over there and said something to her, because you're not gonna talk about my child like that.
No.
Like, I heard my baby name. What's going on? And even if he was in the bathroom smoking, what was said? I'm sorry. What was said?
Right.
And even if he was in the bathroom smoking, what does that have to do with you as an adult? Like, you are a grown-ass woman. Okay. What are you talking about these people children for? It was just...
mind the business that pays you, sweetheart, and get from over here.
You can find something else to talk about to get this check. You probably only got $1,000 for the whole time you was on there anyway.
Probably.
Okay.
I'm not going to take over y'all show, though.
A very small check.
We at the end now, Pooh.
We at the end.
But this is good. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm watching the show now because of Tay, and now I'm gonna be joining y'all on this little. I'm not gonna come live with y'all, but I'm gonna watch it and send comments and stuff.
If you want to come live, we'll bring you up. That is
you are always welcome to the party.
Okay.
All right, y'all. No problem.
Oh my goodness, child. Oh, and the fact that he brought up, so I'm glad that Derek brought it up. Thank you. Shout out to you, boo. The previews for next week, that trailer that came up where she's talking about being ambushed. Like, girl, what the hell are you talking about? If you're going to come out here saying all of this, you better say it with your chest and back it up.
Listen, you better stand in your reads like Gizelle be standing in hers. You better be ready.
Like, yes, okay. I said it. And I am definitely one of those people. I definitely do that shit. And people be thinking I'm a backpedal. Baby, no. I said what I said.
I said what I said. Yeah.
In the words of Nene Leakes. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we have a whole family up here. Join with the concert there.
Hey. Yes. But yes, a whole fool. Joy, you done came at the end, pumpkin. We about to wrap it up.
And we've been really very messy today. So please go back and watch, y'all.
Please do.
we had exclusive tea from some of the people about Wendy and the degree she don't have. So, listen, go back and watch. But I think that's it for today. The ODU people are going off in the chat.
Y'all going off in the chat, okay.
So, yes. Thank y'all for joining us. And we will be back next week, 6:30 to 7:45. Black people time, 6:30-ish. We're going to leave the ish on the end.
Check the stories. I'll try to put on there what time we're actually going to be live so that way you're not waiting around and your cousins is late.
All right.
I was late today.
That's fine, though. All right, friends. Follow us everywhere, Black and Curious, and we will see you next week.
Bye.